Hey guys, welcome back to the Piston Show. I'm Keshi Dillon. Today we are here at Ford Center Ara Damansara to check out, or rather get intimate with the new Ford Ranger Wildtrak. The Wildtrak was launched about 3 weeks ago, but unfortunately I could not attend the launch, hence why I'm here today to get up close and personal with the Wildtrak. Why did I have to wait 3 weeks? Simply because there was no stock, right? So I got a message a couple of days ago that Ford now has showroom units, hence why we are here to show you the minor details that we were not able to show you during the launch. I know there are many different brands of fuels out there. You can either get it right where it works for life, or you can get it incredibly wrong. And that's where BH Petrol and its Infinity RON 95 and RON 97 Euro 4M are different from the rest. How is it different, you may ask? Well, BH Petrol uses the latest generation German additives to provide the perfect support for modern engines. This additive is specially formulated to work with modern engines. It's designed to keep your fuel injectors clean and to prevent them from blocking up. Besides that, the Infinity RON 95 and Infinity RON 97 Euro 4M fuels also have enhanced corrosion inhibitors. These range of petrols also reduce friction between the piston and the engine walls. This translates into reduced energy loss, giving you instant and consistent fuel savings. And that is why you will never go wrong with BH Petrol's Infinity RON 95 and RON 97 Euro 4M. It is the right choice. People that know me will know that I'm a huge fan of pickup trucks. I think they're the solution to all our daily needs. They're big, they're comfortable, they're versatile, they offer everything that you will want. And with pickup trucks like the Wildtrak and the Ranger, well, basically the Ranger in general, well, it gives you versatility as well as comfort, and now good looks. Is this good looking or what, guys? See, America has always been the bastion when it comes to pickup trucks. Huge, masculine, macho pickup trucks, right? And every time you go to America or Canada, you're always like checking out the pickup trucks, you know. Things like the Tundra come to mind, of course the Ranger. Unfortunately, we do not have the Raptor as yet, but we do have the Wildtrak, which is as close to the American pickup trucks as we can get here in Malaysia or Southeast Asia in general. So I'm a current generation Ford Ranger Wildtrak owner. So I spent many years behind the wheel of the Wildtrak through ups and downs, and I can tell you I just simply love my Wildtrak, right? It just gives me so much pleasure. And now though, it just takes it all a notch further. So let's start with the design. It's obviously a much better design. Of course, you get that huge imposing grille, you get multiple sensors all around, which makes it so much easier to drive. You know, in tight parking lots such as in Bangsar Shopping Centre, I've taken my Wildtrak down that parking lot so many times, and I'll tell you, these sensors make it so much easy to maneuver around parking lots, big or small. I really love the C-clamp headlights. That's what it's known as, the C-clamp. So the C-clamp headlights, there's no mistaking this for anything else but a Wildtrak, guys. So one thing that distinguishes the Wildtrak from the other Ranger variants such as the XLT, the XLT Plus, as well as the XL, is that the headlight comes matrix headlights. What this means is that they're automatically adjustable. They're depending on the light situation, whether it's dim or dark, or whether there's oncoming traffic or such. So each headlight is able to individually adjust itself so it doesn't glare oncoming traffic, but yet at the same time offers you maximum visibility. So that's what a matrix headlight does. The XLT and the XLT Plus only has LED headlights. The matrix headlight is reserved for the Wildtrak and the Raptor, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Then if you move to the side, let's move to the side here since there's better light. Of course, now it runs on the same T6 platform as before. So the platform is still the same. However, it has been intimately enhanced, so much so that it's almost considered brand new. But it's still a T6 platform lah. So underneath it all is a platform that has been carried over multiple generations already. So the wheelbase, the front wheel has been moved 50 millimeters forward. So you can see that the overhang, the front overhang right now is actually smaller. So what this means is that if you're going up steep curves or such, you do not have to worry about scraping your front end. So 50 millimeters longer wheelbase, and yet at the same time is 50 millimeters wider, right? So that's to accommodate the wider cargo bed, which I'll get to later. And then after this, you see some redesigns over here as well. The shoulder line apparently has been redesigned, so it's not so obvious right now. You can see that the line, it sort of gels into the overall design of the truck, whereas over here it becomes much more visible. Since we are here right now, I also like to point out that the suspension, specifically the absorber over here, has been moved outwards. So what this means is that it's supposed to give you a more car-like driving comfort for driver as well as passenger. So that's more of a comfort feature. And then over here, this is really cool. This I really appreciate. An integrated step. So it's so much easier to just hop on and hop off the cargo bed. Whereas in my Wildtrak, I have to step on the wheel. And there have been multiple instances where it's been covered with mud or water or something and you just slipped off it. Yeah, had a couple of falls, but that's just part and parcel of truck ownership. The lights, just like the front, these two are LED, but these offer something very cool because over here is actually a sensor. There's a built-in sensor over here because this is how the blind spot, this is where the blind spot radar is located. So this is supposed to give you a blind spot detection as well as rear cross traffic alert. So for all of that features to work, there's a radar that has been integrated here. So just don't rear end anybody, just don't rear end a new Wildtrak if you see it, because that's going to be a very expensive collision. Rear bumper completely updated. And I also, this may not be a very big deal, but I also like the fonts of the new Ranger the Ranger Wildtrak. It's a very cool, very Ganas-like font, so I just have to point that out. The rear third brake light has been integrated into the door, the rear door over here, and just super easy to open because it has they're so light right now. So this feature is only available in the Wildtrak XLT, XLT Plus, unfortunately not on the XL. It's the comfort access for the door, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called. So now that we are here in the bed, just like to bring your attention to this. So you have two power sockets right now. So this is an auxiliary power socket giving you 12 watts, 180 watts maximum power socket. And this is a 3-pin plug which gives you 230 volts or 400 watts. So this is cool, this is new. And wow, as a current Wildtrak owner, I'll also point out that there are hinges. These hinges are new. In the previous Wildtrak, the hinges were only here and at the front. But now they're hinges. So in my line of work, I carry a lot of motorcycles, a lot of parts, a lot of stuff on my Wildtrak. So I remember that when we are tying down those bikes, we always wish for more points. Thank you, Ford, for actually listening to your customers. So this is actually very, very important. So there's no such thing as too many tie down spots, right? So this is so much easier. Oh, I also like to bring your attention to this. See this over here? So this is meant for those of you who work off-site, who work in the field. This is meant to be somewhere where you tie down your C-clamp. You know, if you ever watched the Ford Ranger Wildtrak advertisement, or Ranger in general, if you ever watch those commercials, you will see some people doing some work, and they have a C-clamp that is actually clamped down. So this is where you actually clamp down on that C-clamp. It's actually very cool. I think it's on the XLT or the XLT Plus. You will see actually a measurement ruler integrated into this. You don't get that on the Wildtrak. But anyway, also another point, that the cargo bed is 50 millimeters wider than before. So that's to accommodate European pallets. So apparently European pallets are 50 millimeters wider, and in the previous generation Raptor, previous generation Rangers, they could never fit. So now that it's wider, it's actually obviously wider. It's quite a big truck, guys. So a wider cargo bed makes it a lot more versatile. So what else can I tell you about the new Ranger Wildtrak? Of course, this is all new as well. This is very cool. Yeah. Oh, you also get blind spot monitor. So every time there's traffic and you can't see it, so there's blind spot monitor here. You also get a 360-degree camera. The camera is located here. Yeah, it's quite an awesome looking truck. I love it. I wouldn't have it in this color, but I love it. Now let's go see the inside. So I've been really looking forward to getting into the new Wildtrak, simply because the photos of it look amazing. I know the interior is totally dominated by that, what is this, vertical? Yeah, that vertical screen over there. Wow, the seats are all new as well. The seats are completely new. They look great. Yeah, they seem wider right now. And the previous generation Wildtrak, of course, those were semi-bucket, sports bucket seats kind of thing, whereas these look like they're more comfort-oriented. Let's put that to the test. And yes, it is more comfort-oriented. The previous generation Wildtrak, you feel it around your shoulders, you feel it around your fat handles around the side, if I can say that. But I feel like the seats are wider right now, so you get more shoulder support. That's great. Wow, this is a very nice interior. Almost everything is new. So the car is 50 millimeters wider, right? So you actually do feel it in here. Let me make myself comfortable. And oh, the thigh support is not adjustable. In my Wildtrak, the thigh support is adjustable. In later generation Wildtraks, I think Ford omitted the thigh support. I like thigh support. So, well, that aside, so yeah, the interior does feel a lot more wider, a lot more comfortable. So this is I think my ideal driving position. So this is cool, this is very nice. And of course, interior utterly dominated by this 12-inch screen here. Let me see if I can turn it on. Okay, I can't, there's no key. But anyway, 12-inch screen, totally dominated. And I really appreciate the fact that Ford has, for air conditioning controls, Ford has included physical buttons. So you know, there are some car makers, Volvo, I'm talking about you, and some others, that actually require you to delve deep into the touchscreen, whatever software that they're running, to do something simple as adjusting your air conditioning settings. So physical buttons fantastic. So it makes it much more easier for you to actually just adjust your air conditioning settings if you have physical buttons. So you also have dual zone air conditioning, which is always welcome. Seriously, take it from me, my wife can never stand my air conditioning settings. She's always complaining that it's too cold. Also in here, this is Ford Sync 4, so it's supposed to be much better obviously than the Ford Sync 3. The Ford Sync 3 is already quite good. The voice recognition on that is already very, very impressive, so this is supposed to be much better. And wow, I just noticed that the lever to open the bonnet is actually located on the left. So this is part of the cars that are generally made for left-hand drive. So that's why it's over there. Whereas in my generation Wildtrak, the lever is just underneath here. So wow, that's cool. And so you also get a key wireless charge pad. This is interesting. Let's see if it will accommodate an iPhone 13 Pro. Let's see. Yep, it fits. Will it charge? No, because it's not turned on. But yeah, that's impressive. So you get wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Also, you get these two cup holders right now. You get electronic parking brake. So you get driving modes as well, just like those in the Raptor. I think you get snow, mud, off-road. I don't think you get the Baja mode. You don't get the Baja mode, but yeah, well, you do get driving mode, so that's fantastic. I'm blown away by the interior. The quality feels very nice. These air conditioning vents are really cool. And then you also get two glove boxes here. I wish this opened wider though, but anyway, it's better than none. And you get this retractable cup holders. It's awesome. And this drive mode, so you get to adjust your four-wheel drive settings on the fly, so that's great. This gear lever has obviously been carried over from the previous generation Rangers, so but doesn't matter, it still looks cool. Almost everything else about the interior besides the gear lever, the door lock knobs, that's it. Everything else seems brand new. Oh, you don't get a vanity mirror. What? You get the vanity mirror here though. It's not. Is it lighter? No. And shade holders. This is pretty cool. And you get a 12-watt socket in here. And you get a USB Type A and a USB Type C socket over here. So yeah, awesome. You also get adaptive cruise control, autonomous braking. The adaptive cruise control, guys, is godsend. Always buy a car with adaptive cruise control, because I spend a lot of time on the highway. My parents are in Ipoh, I live in KL, I go up and down a lot. Penang, I travel to Johor quite a bit. And adaptive cruise control just makes your life so much more pleasant behind the wheel. So now, besides the 12-inch vertical screen, you also get an 8-inch screen over here. So this is in place of the analog meter of the previous generation Wildtrak. So this gives you all the essential readings. Unfortunately, I can't give you the full how it's supposed to look right now because I don't have the key to this car. But basically, it gives you your speedometer reading, your revs, everything, your fuel level, your temperature settings, your temperature level, everything. And it's supposed to be customizable, I think, depending on the drive mode that you're in. So 8-inch screen over here, 12-inch screen over there. Now let's go check out the back seats. So what I like about the Ranger is that it also comes with ISOFIX mount. So that's great because I'm a family man. I take my kid out. So of course in a child seat. So that's great that it comes with ISOFIX mount, and cup holders. This is great. And what is this for? Oh, this is just to open it. So it's locked, so to open it, that's cool. Anyway, you also get a type USB socket here, and type C and type A USB socket. This is new. The previous Wildtrak didn't have this, and you also get a 3-pin plug. 400 watt, 230 volts, 3-pin plug. This is very important. So obviously I do a lot of media work, a lot of camera work and such, and there are times where I forget to charge my camera, forget to charge my laptop. Take it from me, this socket has saved me multiple times, so many times. And you also get seat storage. Apparently you're supposed to get under seat storage over here as well, but what is it here? Can't seem to find it. Well, if I find it, I'll be sure to tell you about it. Anyway, wider for sure, still a very nice place to be in. So what I wanted to show you was that the door handle is actually different now. So the way you open the door if you're inside is you're actually just supposed to tug on this. There's no door lever anymore, so you're just supposed to tug on this right now. So that's fantastic. It's a nice touch. The side, the footsteps are also new, obviously a different design, and they have grips right now as compared to the previous generation model, so that's fantastic as well. As for the wheels, they are 18-inch wheels. Only the Wildtrak has 18-inch wheels, where else the XLT Plus and the XLT, if I'm not mistaken, has 17-inch wheels. The engine is actually basically the same 2-liter twin-turbo power plant connected to the same 10-speed gearbox. So it still produces 210 PS and 500 Newton meters of torque. It does have a new torque converter though. So the torque converter has been enhanced. It's actually not all new. It's been enhanced to give it a more car-like driving feel. So there's less loss of power in between gear shifts. Talking about gear shifts, even the gear ratios have now been changed. So during acceleration, especially when you are towing stuff, you don't have that loss of power in between gear shifts. So that's probably the only difference to the Powertrain, is the new torque converter and the gear ratios as well. So other than that, still the 2-liter bi-turbo diesel power plant. Ford calls it the next generation Ranger. It's not a new generation, it's called the next generation Ranger. And it's pretty understandable to see why, because there's a lot of things about it that are just wow. Okay. However, I don't see Ford shouting much about its active noise cancellation technology, which is, in my opinion, a very cool technology to have. And the Ford Ranger is the only pickup truck in Malaysia that has this technology. So what it does is it emits noise cancellation frequency. So what this gives you is a very nice, quiet, comfortable interior. I do hope that Ford has continued with the active noise cancellation technology with the new Ranger Wildtrak, because together with the wider track, the enhanced suspension should give you a very nice, comfortable, car-like interior with the utility and the versatility of a pickup truck. The new next generation Ford Ranger Wildtrak is now in Malaysia for 168,888. As usual, if you like what you see here, do consider following us by clicking on that subscribe channel. Thank you for watching. I'm Kashi Dylan.